That can be translated into what it looks like for men to communicate with each other, right? Can my brother, the men alongside of me, can they trust me? Can they trust that I can hold that structure? Now, good, brother.
Good?
Yeah, good to meet you. Pretty powerful. We had over 100 men come out again today on day 2 here for Sacred Sons at Envision, and it's a beautiful sign of like how ready the men are to do the work, come into contact with ownership of themselves and the choices in their lives, and to be a beacon of that honest and embodied masculinity for the collective. I'm super filled up and full of joy, and looking to enjoy the day.
How long have you been doing the work?
Sacred Sons started in 2018. And I was involved in this type of work for about 5 years before with Mankind Project. I had a bunch of mentors who mentored me and teachers during those 5 years, and knew it was time to create something more relevant and applicable to what's being asked of men in this time.
Is there a specific spark?
Actually, I was on these trainings, and it was like it was a couple years in, and like the way that I was like couldn't find my rhythm anymore. Like I had found this beautiful rhythm on how I was supporting in these spaces amongst these leaders who have 30, 40 years of experience in this work. So I found this rhythm, and then I kind of started to lose this rhythm, and I didn't want to force just repeating what I had done before. I knew something else was emerging and evolving, wanted to come through, and so I just kind of sat with it and listened to my body. My body was like, yo, slow down, it's like, it doesn't need to be this masculine, it doesn't need to be so much going on. There needs to be structure for the masculine to hold the space, and what wants to come through in that needs that structure, right? That structure is beckoned for the flow to do its thing, and to have the creativity, and to bring the flavors through, and bring the magic and the beauty through. And it doesn't need to be over-structured, right? It doesn't need to stifle out flow and emergence and beauty. So that was kind of that was the spark for me, and then I just kind of sat around and waited for 8 months, and someone that I'd known for a few years, one of my co-founders, Adam Jackson, he hit me up, and it was time. Yeah, it was time. Yeah.
What does masculinity mean to you in the context of conscious creation, conscious gathering?
Oh yeah, well, just what I was just saying. It holds the structure. The structure is necessary for the flow and the beauty, and for the feminine the feminine energy, not necessarily women, but for the feminine energy and the creativity to flow within that structure, so that it has boundaries, right? If it's just in full chaos, there's no collection, right? There's no collection of that energy into an expression. So, right? So the masculine container, the masculine structure can hold that. And it needs to be held in a good way. It needs to know itself. It needs to know its structure. It needs to know the other parts of that structure, the other pillars of that structure that are contributing to that. It needs to be in communication with that in a way that upholds the integrity of a structure, right? And so that can be translated into what it looks like for men to communicate with each other, right? How am I communicating? Am I clear enough? Am I responsible? Am I accountable with my words and my actions, right? And can my brother, the men alongside of me, can they trust me? Can they trust that I can hold that structure? Now, this is all on the agreement that there's a common desire, right? There's a common desire. If we share this common desire of embodied masculinity, in honest masculinity, to be a beacon for the other types of masculinity that contribute to pain and grief, on the planet, that we can be in agreement with that. If you and I share the same vision, same values, then it's on us to create the agreement so that we can stay strong, because we're not perfect. And we can do our best, and we can do our best alongside of each other, and in doing that, strengthens the brotherhood, strengthens the structure for the masculine on the planet. Yeah. What's my frequency? Trees. I'm a tree frequency. Yeah.